Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick your game up. Check 26.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
54, right there. 54.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson now. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the area.
Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
180. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Hold on. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They go play action with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Listen. 5. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Shell. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Now it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Just like that. Just like that. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'll tell you one. Get him. 51 to Mike. Go. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Going up top for Cup. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Right here. 180. Gotta do better. Value 3.
From the 50, it's gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season.
Hey, kill.
Goff on first down. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Goff on third down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tom Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Goff now looks to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They go play action now. Jackson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go. 7 Andy. Mike 58 right there. Watch the screen. Watch it. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch it.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Jackson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now Goff on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Even, 4 down, even. Hey, Charlie.
To the air again. Gone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Gurley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Check. Fresno. DC. We go. 76.
Here's Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Focus, defense, focus. 52's the Mike, boys. 52. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 76, tell him. 76. 76. Average wall. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. Hey, Haywood.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. And my goodness, this is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's just me and you. 54 Mike.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun. Gone. And got a man. It's Woods. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
To throw is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
4 down.
Now gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. Chuck 54. So don't say nothing.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Ground. Ground.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Zach Brown drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Come on,
the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the ready, 54. Mike 54. We got him. Mike 54, Mike 54, Mike 54. Let's go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Eight together. Check. Watch the before. We own now. Just go. Wait. Kill.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now a play fake here on first down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff's throw into the hands of Henderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Going up top for Kupp. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Shut down. Motion.
Tiger. Where's the gun?
Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Rams going for it on fourth. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Tiger.
On 1st down, gone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 4.
Next to score, Ravens 28, Rams 24.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Check.
Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Ingram again. And He can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat.
And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
We got this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Got it. 54. Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.